Is this on? Hello, this is... I don't think we need the reverb.
Thank you. Hello, this is the Archangel Lloyd with a message from heaven re the end of the world. As you've probably heard, Harold Camping, the radio Bible expert, came to the conclusion, based on his studies, that the end of the world would commence on May 21st, 2011.
We know that it's going to happen.
Whereupon the faithful would, via the rapture, ascend into heaven to take their rightful place among the seraphim and other assorted angels. I think we have a simulation of how the rapture would work. Can we run that? Of course, the rising would be much, much higher, and there would be the sort of lush celestial music you would expect. Having arrived at the aforementioned date, Mr. Camping and his followers did exactly what you'd presume the devout would do. They headed off in a camper caravan to spread the word / gloat. They also put up thousands of billboards from Turkey to Toronto. This Staten Island man spent $140,000 of his own money to post end-of-the-world signs in the New York subway. They spared no expense. Unless, of course, the bills are all due at the end of the month, in which case, good luck with that. This is not the first time Harold Camping has predicted the end of the world. Previously, he assured everyone the world would end on September 6, 1994, and unless you were James Clavell or Nicky Hopkins, it didn't. Camping's math was off for that one. He forgot to carry an 8. Correct reading of the scripture would have told him that September 6, 1994 would be the day this would happen.
Please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Michael Jackson.
This time around, though, Harold has the date bang on. May 21st, 2011 was indeed earmarked to be the end of the world. The problem was on our end. Things got held up in committee. There was a lack of consensus on certain crucial elements of the apocalypse. For example, should the unfaithful be consumed in rivers of magma, extinguished by a fiery deluge, or, and this would be for the surprise factor, swept away by a relentless tsunami of cinnamon porridge. There was also, as you can imagine, heavy lobbying from the Mayan contingent, and finally what turned out to be an unbreachable disagreement on whether the world should end with a bang, a whimper, or this song. So, sorry, completely our fault. On behalf of heaven, our sincere apologies to Harold Camping and his followers and this man. Incidentally, just so you'll know, berets aren't allowed in heaven. This is the only hat permitted. Also, ixnay on the sports jerseys. Some might see this as elitist, and yes, it is. We are talking heaven. And a quick FYI on the rapture issue, there seems to be a slight discrepancy on the number of people that will successfully rise into heaven.
There's going to be 200 million people saved.
The number is actually 11. And of course,